because we were completely surrounded and we had no, like, Alpha Squad was there to help us, but we were completely separated from them, so we're like,
right.
Hey, did you know about this guy? But fuck +1. It was pure like freaking, like we were just trying to keep calm our nerves.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
It was fun, but it's a lot of times what was like we actually have downtime where we can actually banter, whereas in Hades Division we really didn't. Now when it comes to bantering, typically I don't care about bantering. Like we'll banter till we get about 1,000 to 500 meters away from the objective. The distance for me depends on what's there. Like, are we going to just cap a regular base with like little to no pop? It's 1,000 meters. But if it's a shit show where we're sporting Alpha Squad in a big ass fight, it's 500 meters. You shut the fuck up.
Right.
You know. But that's really it. Like, we banter a lot, but a lot of times we'll use in-game chat. That just varies depending on if there is a lot of people showing up for Alpha Squad. For Tarek to make room for people in the party chat, he'll put us in the game chat. However, we're doing this new thing, PD, because Tarek and I were talking about, I let him know that you were in Fireteam chat, and we had a comm issue, which is why we weren't actively, at some point, responding to his things, because we had a comm issue. To avoid that, because he is in the game, he is in Paratrooper chat, we're going to use the Paratrooper chat. We're going to pop a party.
Right.
Yep, we're going to pop a party, and he'll use his phone if he needs to communicate with us. Because he has that, so he'll just do that way.
Alright.
So we don't have any more comm issues. I even told him, like, it might have been my fault, dude, because I was actively moving Bravo Squad's beacon around as well, so I might have fucked you over by doing that. My bad. But that's basically it, because I know you had questions from last night, but you were just too tired to ask them.
Yeah.
So what you got? You got PD and I here to answer your questions.
Yes. Well, I guess it's just like kind of like where I am going to be, I guess, in like a sense of just like, am I only doing ops with paratroopers, or are all ops with each other, or like? No,
we run with JGM. Like Worlds, we have a. You can choose to run only with paratroopers if it works for you, but you can do ops with Alpha Squad, you know, QRF. Fuck, you can even run with J. You can even go on your NC character and do JGMT with their ops. Wouldn't recommend it because they have no lack of fucking direction. Like we were in an op, we were trying to hear what our squad leader was saying. We were in, you know, fucking Alpha Squad. We couldn't hear because some dickhead was going off about 30 minutes about it. Something he learned about a max suit for 30 minutes on it. Like they don't keep their comms clear.
Oh, and we also have a physically mute person that's also a squad leader.
Repaired.
And it's
I let him know.
To really,
that's Toby,
okay.
QRF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool, if I'm being honest, though.
She doesn't want it. She doesn't want to lead QRF anymore, but right now there's nobody suited to replace her, aside from paratroopers. Paratroopers does similar to what they do. We just do a much more advanced version of it. And we don't redeploy to stop back caps. That's what they do. We go and buy time for Alpha Squad to show up at a fight. We are the distraction force / bait. If you also want to put, we're just a pain in the ass. But no, like you don't have to strictly partake for paratroopers. Like you can go and if Alpha Squad has an op going, you can partake in Alpha Squad. Because a lot of times, like some of us aren't. Like PD's waiting to go back to work. I just started working again. Yeah, I just started working again. Right now I'm being trained on first shift, so I'm working 6 a.m. to 2:15 p.m. But when I switch to second shift, I'll be working 2 to 10. Now I'm working on getting on the sprint shift. The sprint shift has me working 6 a.m. to noon, or if I stay over 6 to 2:15, which is what I'm trying to get on that one. So if I don't, the way my workplace is, they'll have mandatory overtime, meaning I'm working 12 hours a day, every day, 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. and potentially weekends. Don't want to do that, so I'm trying to get on the sprint shift.
Oh.
Plus, with me having a puppy and potentially pregnant wife now, kind of need to have time off. Can't work 12 hours every fucking day. So, but yeah, no, it does, like, you can run paratroopers or not. Like, there's been times where we had enough people to do a paratrooper squad, but we just kind of ran with Alpha Squad because we just did not feel like we were needed.
Okay.
But if Tarek personally requests paratrooper help, he'll separate us in that squad if he needs to.
Okay.
No, like you're not limited to just running an op with us because we don't run our own ops. We run with Alpha Squad's ops.
Yeah.
We support them.
And we can also do our own thing too if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
But most of the time, we just kind of choose to go with Alpha Squad.
Because they at least give us something. They at least give us a direction to shoot at versus us having to actually try to find something. They at least take us to an area where we can just shoot at everything. Then you've got the Chair Force, but I wouldn't worry about that. That's it's literally nothing but the Air Force for March.
Yeah.
But that's technically what the paratroopers of the branch was some division of. But with our leader not really being active, we flat out said fuck you, and in a way took over the Chair Force from him. So now we are under Tarek from the Alpha Squad. We're now in a way a division of the Chair Force, really the Alpha Squad. But Tarek just has to be running it like it's his own thing. Because he's not relying on golf, so no, he's just a Chair Force.
Spotted an enemy head.
Yeah. A lot of times we'll run with. So March has a lot of allies. You know, we're allies with RC. Not is it RCCA? I think it is. I think we allied with them. Not very great. Our biggest ally is JTFC, JGMT, and Whiskey, which is Mags' outfit. We help Mags' outfit a lot.
That's what the op was last night. But
Saturday was to help them.
Yeah.
Well, it was also a last minute thing, so Tarek even said he couldn't promise a whole lot of help.
Right.
And then we've got another one, the second, which is for War Week. JGMT's on NC. A lot of times we'll do like cross faction aid, or we'll just bounce into our NC characters and go jump in with them and help them. JGMT is more or less March's NC counterpart. Just way less coordinated. Well, actually, technically, most of JGMT is actually comprised of fucking March members. So, yeah, literally just based on our NC counterpart. It's just the people that lead it are not as skilled as the ones that lead this one. But yeah, no, you don't have to. You're not limited to just running with us. We don't even actually run ops ourselves. We run just mini squads just to hang out, but op-wise, it's Alpha Squad that does the majority of that.
Okay.
And we're all along with same as goes with the QRF. They're a squad that runs to support Alpha Squad's ops if needed.
Right.
Because Alpha Squad is the main squad. It's the main alpha. It's the main unit. So like if you're kicked out of paratroopers, you're still in the outfit. If you are removed from Alpha Squad, that's you getting kicked out of the outfit.
Alright.
That's that question answered.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of any questions I got.
It's fine, I got time. I will say this while you're thinking. There is, in a way, of chain of command in with paratroopers because of the work schedules between a lot of us. So, like, if it'll go from me to Hades, then to PD, because Hades is available every other Friday, whereas me, it just depends if I have to work overtime. You know, I'll have to, because I'll work Monday to Friday until I'm on that sprint. Well, when I'm on the sprint, I'll still work Monday to Friday, but I'll be home at like 3 in the afternoon. Versus while I'm on the regular shift, I'm working until like 10:15 p.m. and 2 a.m. if overtime happens. So it'll go down to Hades, and then if Hades isn't available, it'll go down to PD.
Alright.
We don't really have a ranking system within us. We only like I could throw in like, hey, you have to have these titles for when we're running paratroopers,
Right.
but I don't care.
Alright.
I mean, if I do, it's only going to be like, you know, me having captain as captain leader, and then it goes down to corporals, then lance corporals, then PFCs. That's it. That's just based off of your experience and, you know.
Right, yeah.
Like, technically, fucking PD is a goddamn corporal, and Hades is a corporal.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Like, PD refused to accept any promotions from Lance Corporal because I don't want any more. He's like, I don't want no more responsibilities. Fuck you.
I would rather be just a plain old member than anything above that.
And here he is. Here he is, one of the leaders of paratroopers / officers.
No, I'm not. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm gonna talk with Tarek. I mean, I can actually see if Tarek can get you the officer status.
No. It's not that.
No, like,
it's because for the simple fact I've never led a squad other than that one time Beast forced me to do it, and I went silent because I had no fucking idea what to do.
Like with me and my officer status within March, it's only to what I do with it. So Tarek made me officer to be able to actually lead and invite people into paratroopers, and to be able to actually get people into the Discord for that. Now he did say, like, I can take it as far as I want it to go. You know, he's not gonna force me to do it to go so far. Like, he's allowing me the free reign to basically do with my officership as what I want.
Right.
But we've also warned Tarek that if you abuse us because of our skill and our background, we will bite your hand and we will take over your outfit. We've done it in the past. We'll fucking do it again. It's like, we don't want to, but we will have to. We will if you force us to do it. You hear all the noise Alexis is cleaning.
And?
That's all the background noise. She's like putting all of the food and drinks we have in like this other plastic tote up here.
Now, when she starts full-on nesting, that's when you guys definitely know you're pregnant.
No, so the nesting works is in humans, like 2 weeks before they go into labor, they'll just start cleaning for no fucking reason. That's when you know you're fucked. Because I had multiple friends who are, you know, parents now that they said, like, oh yeah, 2 weeks before she actually went labor, she started cleaning. He's like, I came, yeah, I know, that's what Petey said. He's like, he's like, I came home and my house was a mess. And she goes, I'm cleaning. Why? She's like, it needs to be clean. He's like, oh no. But yeah, that's how the ranking system works and my officership status. And you are free to just expand to where, like, if you want to be a squad leader in Alpha Squad, get with Tarek. You know, he'll like, he basically has paratroopers testing people. Like, we had a member that he wanted to lead, that he wanted to actually be a squad leader. Tarek made me test him. No. I'm like, you need to be an Alpha Squad dude for a while. You're not even fucking squad leader material.
Right.
Because I know Toby, the QRF leader, she's trying to find a replacement because she doesn't want to do it because when Tarek wasn't around, Toby actually was the one leading March, so she feels obligated to lead QRF, and she's trying to find a replacement. So no, you don't have to be stuck. If you want to go in Alpha Squad to become leader of the basically replace Toby, get with Toby, get with Tarek, because Toby is going to test you. And if you pass, well, good luck. You know, have fun in leading QRF, and if you need help, you got a lot of resources to get help from. Yeah.
I don't really intend on ever being a squad lead, but hey, we'll see how it lines up. But
the only time you might lead is, for example, if we get big enough to run two full Valkyries. If we don't run 2 full Valkyries, we might just run 2 groundies and just have the Valkyries just as a means of transporting. If we've got 8 people on, we'll probably have 2 ground teams of 4 people. Just have the Valkyries for transport. That's basically it. But that's probably, and that might end up being where I just throw Hades on my Hades. Go over to, you know, the other team, lead this team. You know.
Alright.
It just depends. on who's on at the time. I won't need it because I canceled the plan. So you can still away. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got on that. You got any other you got other questions? You can let us know. Or Petey, if you got anything you want to add to anything, go for it.
Nah, I don't have anything.
I mean, I guess the only question would be: is there really anything else I should know?
Oh, I don't know if I told you this, but if Beast decides to keep coming back around and doing that stuff, where he keeps coming in and all that, Tarek is okay with, you know, us going in to like play with him and all that.
But just let Tarek know.
But just let him know, like
Yeah,
get a
I
hold of
heard
Tarek
about
and let him know. Yeah, because he jumped nomad shit. Because like Tarek was like, I would have been okay with it if he would have fucking came to me. I'm like, yeah, I would have been too. I'm like, I'm okay with it still. But it's like, if it's gonna become a common occurrence, like Tarek wants us to make this known, like. If it's gonna become a common thing where Beast's gonna keep coming back and you're gonna keep like bouncing in and out to wear the Hades tag, he's like, I can't promise you're gonna have a spot here permanently, you know. He doesn't care if you go play with them and help and, you know, run with them. It's the bouncing in and out of like tags and all that.
Yeah,
it's gonna irritate him.
I don't see the purpose in that personally.
No. Because all that does, I don't see the purpose in that because all that does is hurt you as the player because you earn merit and loyalty rank. So leaving an outfit temporarily just, you reset your shit and lose all that merit.
Yeah.
Ammunition here.
But, no, Tarek, from what Tarek is saying, he's okay with it just as long as you talk with him and make sure it is okay with him because a lot of members here are not Hades division friendly. So they have a long history with Beast because they have been around since the betas of the game. So they've seen Beast come and go multiple times. But yeah, I mean, like I said, anything else you need to know whenever Hades is available, he's got it in the document of the actual loadout for our classes. Because we typically don't run the Punisher on the engineer on the ground team because he's the only engineer, and a lot of times because we're so mobile, the Punisher is just not gonna help us in any way. You know?
Yeah.
But whenever Hades is on and you're on, I'll get a hold of him and get him in so he can actually go over the actual loadouts because I don't know them off the top of my fucking head. I know, like, I think it's like the Lynx, NS11, and like Jaguar or something like that is for the engineer. But he's got it all in a dog. He just has to pull it up.
Okay.
Well, you can always message him via that on Discord or PlayStation because he's got the apps, so he'll see it.
All right. Okay. So,
yeah, that's all I got. You know, that's literally how we run. But yeah, that's all I got. Welcome to March and Paratroopers.
Right.
oh.
You know, not gonna lie, did not see this coming out of March. Like, we joined March originally to just have an outfit to hang out with, just be part of something for, you know, we were gone for months. A month later, we're now leading, basically, in a way, leading their fucking elite, one of their elite units. Like, we were originally gonna embed ourselves more to fix their bullshit that they have going on, like lack of call-out system. But now we're here, you know, literally leading an elite division inside March that is comprised of X-80 shock troopers. It's like, how? I was like, don't get me wrong, like, PD and I missed playing with you guys for the longest time.
Yeah,
but with
I
all the
really did.
But it's like with the drama that was going on, it's like we just we couldn't fucking risk causing even more bullshit from playing.
Which blows my mind that that was even a problem to begin with.
Keep rolling. You've got this.
What was the problem?
Us playing together with you guys.
Yeah.
Really?
Beast absolutely refused to like affiliate at all with me. Like case in point,
Why?
because he felt threatened by me because of my squads. My squads became the deadliest squads in Haze Vision. Like that 1 week that Beast posted that thing showing like the best outfit we were on top. That was because of my fucking squads. Because I didn't redeploy my squads when I lost the medics. My squads
fighting until the last man standing.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
My squads fought till they were all dead, and if we could get out, we would get out and leave. I ran mine with like a combination of Haze Vision and Shock Troopers, and some members were really loving it and wanting to see more of it, and Beast got absolutely pissed
This
at that.
facility now belongs to
And
the NC.
case in point, when we were Shock Troopers, you know, we were not supposed to have any contact with Haze Vision at all. They were supposed to leave us alone. Beast continuously kept contracting us to come and help you guys. He would not leave us alone. What? Why our fucking contract manager was constantly accepting him, I don't know. Why Havoc was allowing it, I don't know. And, you know, that one point, you know, the first time that you guys contracted us, PD and I were not allowed to help at all because Havoc was unsure as to where Beast stood still with us, and he was unsure if we were even going to be wanting to help.
Right.
The second time you guys contracted us, we were coming in to actually help you guys just get some more squad leaders going and fix your leadership issues. I was in there for like 30 minutes helping you guys' squad. I said 2 sentences. You know, I told Beast I'm gonna stop the back cap. You know, I asked him, what do you need me as? Gets me as heavy. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop this back cap for you guys. I was by myself taking on 8 Vanu, and I stopped the back cap for you guys. And Beast goes and starts all this bullshit saying like, oh, I was saying Shock Troopers is here to take over, blah blah blah. Like, no motherfucker, I said 2 sentences. I was part of 1 squad for 30 minutes. That's all I've done.
And then when the Beast was confronted with it, he just simply said, oh, I just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just saying it to say it.
It's like, no you weren't, motherfucker. And it got to the point where Havoc had to go about asking people to figure out what the fuck was happening. Like, apparently Beast told, like, apparently I told G-Money. But at that point, G-Money wasn't on for like 3 or 4 days, so I couldn't even tell G-Money if I wanted to. It's just, Beast had such a big problem with me because one, I spent like the last month of my career with you guys just confronting him for all of his bullshit.
And basically anyone that associated with Landros outside of the squads that we would run was considered the problem group, which that would be me, Hades, Palmer, just by affiliation. Like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kicked Palmer out of Hades because
Palmer didn't like that some of you guys were still toxic. Like, you guys, he said at one point you guys stopped in a building to fucking shit talking and chat, and Palmer just did not like it.
Yeah, I didn't do it, if I'm being honest. Because, like, why? Just why?
No, and I was reading in the chat how he warmed you guys up with a 1v1 scrim. It's like, why the fuck are you warming up like that?
Yeah,
I'm like, that's not how you warm up a Hated Vision squad, Beast. Come on, man, you take him on a fucking small fight. You don't 1v1 them with each other. That's not how that. Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, like it got so bad to the point where Shock Troopers was actively switching to Vanu to actually fight you guys.
Yeah.
Because no, it was bad. We were flat out tired of being contracted for you guys, and then Beast starting his bullshit drama after he contracted. Like, he contracted us at one point, and rather than tell us the contract was over, he just made a new chat and broke the contract. And the way Shock Troopers contracts worked at that time is when you make a contract with us, we have to fulfill our obligation before you can throw us out of the chat. But they have to be met as squads are contracted. Rather than Beast, like, we leave the chats on our own. You know, we don't, but Beast made a whole new chat. Because he just didn't want to deal with it. So Beast ended up breaking that contract. And that pissed off Havoc. So, like, we just got fed up with it. We got fed up with us being physically, like, full-on hunted in the game. Like, we flat out knew we were being hunted and targeted by Hades people because we would see some people, we would see, like, a member on the TR character kind of, like, sticking around in the shot, like, we see you motherfucker, behind that tree. And then a whole fucking squad of Vanny would show up. Like, where the fuck did you? Oh, okay.
Even in fights that Vanny had no business being at.
Yeah, we would be in the middle of NC territory and the Hades Division Vanny squad would show up and just fuck us up.
Oh.
Yeah, like, Beast was actively hunting us. And it got to the point where we would actually be like, okay, you want to fight? Alright, we'll fight you. We refuse, because he kept trying to challenge us to a scrim. Like, we refuse to scrim you because it will not even be a fucking challenge for us to scrim you guys. We are not scrimming you guys, because if we scrim you guys where there's a building, you're gonna hide in the building. If we scrim you guys where there's rocks, you're gonna be behind it. Like, we will scrim you guys out in the open. No, because every time we ran into Hades Division members, squad, like, we would always run into, like, they always had us out popped. It was always like a 3 to 5 scenario, you know, where there was more of them than there was us. We were out in the open fighting them. They'd go into a building, and at one point, Havoc had a video he sent us of Beast and a few other people. You weren't there. It was a few other people. They were 5 of them in a building, yelling at them to come in the building and fight them. We're not going in there when you guys are literally designed to fight in a building. Why would we come in there? There's 3 of us, 5 of you. You guys are designed to fight in there. We're shock troopers. We're not. Fuck you. We're not going in there. Because they tried to fight us out in the open. But shock troopers are more trained to fight out in the open. We're designed to be more accurate than Hades Division in general because we are the elites. We are trained to fight out in the open with what we're used to. So of course Beast squads would run inside the building and yell at us to come in there. We're pussies, come place in here. It's like, no, we're not going in there. We're not stupid. What's wrong with you? It got to that point. We just got fed up with it. So we actively made an outfit on VS to actively, when you guys had squads up, switch to them to actually hunt you guys, fight you guys out. That's how bad it got. They got to the point where it drove us so pissed off and fed up that we made a whole new outfit to physically fight you guys. We didn't actually have to worry about the team.
I really did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, because it would be like we'd be in the middle of a fight, and Beast would record his fatigue because his members would jump in front of us while we were shooting, and just get killed because of it. I think the outfit was called Legionis Sanguinis, which is Blood Legion in Latin. I deleted it and made the whack outfit for our NSOs when the update hits. So, yeah, that's what was going on. And then, you know, afterwards, I inherited it, took over shock troopers, because the leadership went to shit. And then not long after that, Nomad was leading Hades Division temporarily, and afterwards it drained us from having to deal with, you know, leaving you guys. Then 3 months of shock troopers, I inheriting it. It just, too much happened in such a small amount of time to PD and I, to where we took like 4 or 5 month hiatus.
Oh yeah.
Like, we weren't burned out from the game at all. It was, we were burned out from the shit that happened. You know?
Yeah.
It's like we missed playing with you guys. We wanted to play with you guys, but we couldn't take the chances of all the drama and stuff happening, especially with me, especially with the shit that happened within Shock Troopers of the leadership gone to shit. We were too fragile, and then it just, anybody that was left in Shock Troopers, their morale was wavering from the leadership issues, and then with fix that, it broke everybody that was left. There was only 5 of us left, and there was 17 when we first joined Shock Troopers. After we left Hades Division, there were 17 of us. now that are actually that are active that I know of that are playing this game, there's 5 of us. From 17, there was 5 of us left. Literally, we are a dying breed. There's me, there's Hades, there's PD, there's Penwater, and there's Wary Sparrow. Pen's in Rise. Sparrow was trying to get in the JTFC, but due to him having to work, he missed their recruitment up. So now he's just floating around, playing the game. How the mighty have fallen.
I guess, yeah, shit.
And it's like, you could tell, like, when Hades Division and Shock Troopers were gone, you can tell because TR was getting their shit pushed in every fucking continent after we disappeared. Like, when you guys were physically, like, yeah, we knew you guys were still around, but when you guys weren't actually running your shit anymore, we could see TR was suffering from it, and Shock Troopers we did not have the manpower or the morale to actually pick up the pace. Or pick up the slack, you know? Like, as much as we refused to admit that we actually needed you guys holding the point gave us enough time to actually go around blowing toys up, you know, because they were so focused on getting you guys out of there. But you guys falling as quickly as you guys did when it came to actually actual squads, it just, we did not have the manpower to actually pick up the slack anymore. It's like we did, but we didn't have the experienced manpower anymore. Sparrow was new. Penn wasn't new, but he wasn't as skilled as the rest of us were because he did not have Penwater and Eulogy were the only 2 people that did not have the Hades Division background. So they did not have the skill that we did coming in. So we just did not have the manpower to really pick up the slack from you guys disappearing. And then when Shock Troopers stopped doing their stuff, we decided just to play the game, just to play. We stopped doing our tactics. You could see TR actually suffering from it. Like, they were getting so beat down every continent. It's like we could tell you guys were gone, and it was really, really sad.
Yeah.
Like, seeing you guys gone and seeing TR suffer from it, just it made it a lot harder for us to want to play the game because we're on TR, and none of the fights are fun because they're not even. And when they were even, it was just us getting our shit pushed in. And Shock Troopers being so broken as it was, it just... We had to take a break. You know, PD turned off his internet at one point.
I just couldn't afford it.
Yeah, he couldn't afford it. Grinded the fuck out of Monster Hunter. And then, you know... Yeah, and then Alexis and I, my wife and I, we are way ahead of PD now after he was way ahead of us.
I wasn't that far ahead from you guys. I just grinded out certain monsters.
You were pretty far ahead of us in terms of armor, weapons, not so much story, but
that was it.
Yeah, but now, you know, we took it was like 4 or 5 months. We took a break. Hades, however, took a less break than PD and I, but it was more or less PD and I were more drained than Hades was. You know, me more so because I was forced. I was in Hades Shock Troopers for like a month. And I was already a squad leader officer. 2 months go by and I'm already the leader. Like, so much happened so quickly, you know. Then Hades took I think Hades took like 2 or 3 month break because he came in. He was part of March, that's what ended up inciting me to join because he was hitting me up in Discord and all that and just talking to me, you know, calling my cell phone, texting me like, hey, I'm in March, blah blah blah. Brought me in, and you know. Tarek was wanting to know what the fuck happened to Hades Division Shock Troopers because even he noticed that we were gone. He's like, what the fuck happened? And I'm like, well, short, basic, simple answer is we killed each other. What do you mean killed each other? I'm like, well, PD and I left them. We went to Shock Troopers. Shit got worse between the orbits. We ended up declaring war on each other, and yeah, we ended up in a way killing each other. And he goes, oh, shit. I'm like, yeah. Then I get a hold of PD, and PD's like, yeah, fuck it, why not? I'll join. And now, here.
Yeah, it was like, oh, I'll join in the squad. And then after an hour, they're like, hey, outfit invite. I'm like, fuck it, I'll see where it goes. Here I am.
Yeah, and then I told PD, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get us in the chair with Bridger. And PD's like, yeah, sure. Forgot to mention to PD that it was all air-related shit. He goes, I can't fly!
Yeah, I can only fly or I can shoot. I cannot do both.
And then I told PD, I'm like, hey, we're now. And then I was like, hey, we're now leading the elites of paratroop of the one of the elites. And he goes,
no.
why?
Right?
Why do you do this?
Well,
It's like our original plan was to kind of embed ourselves more in the march to kind of fix the dumb shit that we were seeing, like the lack of communication, all that.
Right.
Now we are leading one of their elites, and it's preferred to have Hades Division and Shock Trooper members, not because Tarek wants us. It's plain and pure. He wants our skill. You know, he knows we can do this shit. He needs us to do this stuff because of the fact that our job, to put it bluntly, we're his fucking bait. We are our job is to literally hold the line, keep them there for as long as they can to buy time for Alpha Squad to either finish capping the base or to get to us to send to reinforcements.
right. So
That's Paratrooper's job.
okay, so you need shock troopers.
It's basically Shock Troopers, but in March it's Paratroopers. It's the March Paratrooper Division.
Oh, so okay. So when you're saying shock troopers, you mean paratroopers?
It's a habit, dude. You sure saw me when I was in Shock Troopers, man, and I was trying to learn how to squad lead for Shock Troopers versus Hades Division. Oh my god, it was so bad. I kept wanting to go to the point, and because Shock Troopers only had 6 people and they were set up to blow stuff up out of point hold, oh, it was so bad. And you could you could physically see my brain flipping between the two fucking tactics. Oh, it's so bad. Like I would be like, I'd be in Hades Division tactics, and yeah, I would stop, stare, go quiet, and be like, all right, I got an idea. And I'd be in the Shock Trooper tactic. I would just flip. And then there was a time where PD got to witness me fucking drunk transformation.
That was painful to hear.
It was bad. Like, I think it was because Shock Troopers did something and we were partying for some reason. I can't remember what it was. I think we had like I know what it was. We had a successful Colossus run. We blew up our we made a final stand with our Colossus and it fucking got blown up by like 15 fucking orbitals that sent it to the fucking moon. So we ended up having like a celebration that night. We went out with a bang. And I get into a party with PD afterwards and
I thought it was your sister's birthday. Oh.
No, well, I mean, it was my sister's birthday the same day, so I drank twice technically. But no, it was bad. Like it was, I guess I passed out at some point to PD. I don't have any memory of passing out. All I remember is waking up and asking PD, like, where the fuck did you go?
Yeah. Like it was a very painful transformation. You hear grunting and moaning, and I'm like, dude, what's wrong? And all I hear is, oh no! Like, what the fuck? Why was there so much pain?
Dude, it hit me so hard. So, because I had like a lot of alcohol between, because I had a lot of fucking Twisted Jello shots. Because my sister got me that. I had some moonshine and some whiskey that my fucking brother never drank. His first fucking drink he had because he met a girl online that he started to date. She got tired of drinking. His dipshit buys pure fucking whipped whiskey as his first alcoholic drink.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like he made a video. She was they were doing a shots game. I'm like, why would you do shots as your first drink with a fucking? He made a video and all you hear, because he's in VR, all you hear is, I really should have taken a shot of that water. All you hear is him fucking fall like, oh fuck. Fucking moron. Falls on his ass. I take what's left of it. So I took a lot to drink, and then I went to my sister's birthday party, kind of drunk. I drove there, and because it was her 21 birthday party, I go there. I drink a couple fireballs and maybe I think a thing of wine. Drive back home, and I have a very high alcohol tolerance, so it made me feel tired. I'm talking to PD, and I feel my body get warm, and I'm like, oh no!
Just so much pain involved. It's like, what is going on?
I started hiccuping, and I was like, fuck.
Was that from realizing that you were drunk, or was it from...
That was me realizing that I drank too much, and it was hitting me very, very hard. If I pace myself, I'll get hiccup drunk. If I don't pace myself, I'm passed out asleep drunk.
Oh yeah. It was
I
painful
paced
to fucking listen to.
I paced myself both those times, and I made a big mistake because I paced myself with a lot of alcohol, so I was fucked. Like I guess I passed out on PD. I didn't notice it.
You really did.
He's like Landers.
You there?
But no, if you hear me refer to shock troopers, it's a habit. But on top of that, that's literally what we fucking do. Is shock is 90, basically like 90 to 95% of what we do is shock troopers. The only thing we do that's Hades Division is if we have to hold. Like if we have no, like if we, a lot of times Terry will send us to like points that are like, okay, we need to flip this. There's not a whole lot of poppy, but if he sends us to a big ass fight, or it turns into a big ass fight, we're gonna lock that bitch down like a Hades Division if we have to.
Okay, so we're basically Hades tactics, but we're also anti-vehicle or something. I guess.
We're basically shock troopers with a hint of Hades Division. Yeah. With a hint of point hold.
I didn't really know what shock troopers were all about. What do shock troopers do?
Beauty, that's your turn.
We were the offensive of Hades. We were the opposite. Basically, Hades would go in and hold the point. We would go around and blow shit up. We hardly were ever on point.
We were highly mobile. So basically, the way Havoc and Beast had it working, Hades Division was main force. Shock Troopers was the elites of Hades Division. So basically, Havoc would play with people, you know, they'd play with Hades Division, and if he saw somebody that he thought was good, he'd ask if you were interested in Shock Troopers, or you can volunteer. But the way fucking Havoc did is, Havoc would have you go through Crucible training to get into Shock Troopers. That shit sucks sometimes, because depending on how skilled you were in Hades Division, depending on how fucking brutal your Crucible was. Me and G-Money got dropped into a 96 plus VS NC fight in the middle of it, and were told to get the fuck out alive. Yeah, that was my Crucible. I got out alive. G-Money didn't. He ran into a max suit on our way out.
No.
Oh yeah. We split up and all I hear is him go, oh fuck! Dead. All I hear, like I hear in the distance, go, like the fucking scatter mac. I'm like,
oh man, when you run into a scatter max, you're just dead. There's no way.
It was a shiny scatter mac. Oh my god, it was an Iraq seed scatter max.
Oh no!
Like, oh, you're dead.
He knew what he was doing.
I was like, oh, you're dead. And it was an Arden one because all we hear is enemy heavy. I'm like, and G-Man's like, fuck!
Wait, it was an army one. Spotted an enemy heavy.
Yeah, yeah. You hear Jimmy going, ah! Like it was bad. And I was like, because Jimmy's like, calling me. I'm like, I'm gonna go. He's okay. And he got me. I didn't follow you. Like if there was battle damage on our characters, dude, I would have came out so busted up and bleeding, and my arm, I would have been fucked up. I came out, I was almost dead. I had no EpiPens left, sliver of health. But no, the way that like shock troopers, like PD was saying, is the offense. Was they acted as the offensive force for Hades Division. Hades Division would hold the point. Shock troopers would go around, you know, basically disrupting the enemy lines. We would go and blow up Sunderers, vehicles. You know, harassers, we would take out the air.
That one scythe that will never go away, even though they're getting only like...
Yep, hence why we have strikers. Like, our job was to literally just cause so much inconvenience for the enemy armor as possible. Like, there was a day where fucking NZ pulled like 17 Sunderers, they all went boom. Or, fuck, PD was, I don't know if PD was part of the squad that I ran shock troopers. I ambushed an FTOT convoy. They had their 4 Sunderers in the front. I had us each pull a Sunderer. Except for a few people, we set up on a road. We came down a hill and like fucking just took all 4 of their Sunderers off the fucking mountain with the other 4 Sunderers.
Right.
The one thing you have to understand with paratroopers / shock troopers is we go into a fight with the realization that
we're gonna die.
Not all of us. Yeah, not all of us. If any of us are gonna get out of this alive. But as long as we complete our objective, it's fine. And if we only blow up 1 Sunder, but it happens to be the deployed Sunder, well, that sets the enemy back. You know, that is a job well done. Generator stabilized. If we can blow up their deployed Sunderer, another Sunder, and a Vanguard, we've done more than we needed to.
Alright.
Yeah, we acted as basically think of it, look at it this way. Hades Division was the anvil, Shock Troopers was the hammer.
Right, so we're basically the elite then or something?
Yeah, we're very, very mobile. Like, But right now with us, well, like our main thing we use would be a Valkyrie because we can have 6 people, and we're only gonna ever have 6 people in an actual squad because you can have the pilot and the gunner, and then the ground team, which is the people that actually drop. Normally in Shock Troopers, the whole Valkyrie would drop eventually, but with paratroopers there's a slight difference. Whereas the ground team is 4 people, a heavy, 2 medics, and an engineer. The Valkyrie is to run Overwatch, meaning they either stay above the ground team to kind of cover them, or they can kind of scout out ahead to let them know what's ahead of them, or if need be, if the ground team is calling out enemy armor, the Valkyrie can go ahead and start lighting it up. That's hence why mine's got those fucking rockets on it. That way the Valkyrie can kind of stay out of immediate harm's way, but can still fuck shit up. The only way we're going to have 6 people on the ground is 2 ways. 1, the Valkyrie goes down, or 2, if we have, let's say, like I said, 8 people on, we will probably run 2 ground teams, so we'll have 8 people on the ground, but they will not be running together. They will have 2 different jobs. You know, they will all be in the same squad, but we'll in a way do fire team related stuff. So, like, for example, Hades will be leading fire team 2, I'll be leading fire team 1. You know, Tarek might send us to the Bravo objective, but we'll split up. If there's multiple points, we'll separate between the 2 points. If there's 1 point, we might have one of the teams, you know, maybe one of the teams that are less experienced, but the members in it hold the point, and the one that's more experienced, kind of staying more mobile, moving around in the open. You know, if we're on the ground and we don't have a way to get a Valkyrie, or we don't need the Valkyrie, we will probably be pulling armor, whether that be a harasser, a vanguard, anything that can basically cause the enemy issues, we're gonna touch it. You know, because my both PD and I's lightnings, I don't use a prowler. Yes, it can have a second gunner, but I have my lightning set up to literally be a fucking Vanguard Sunder's worst nightmare. I have got Python heat. Is it Python? I think it's Python. Python heat armor piercing rounds.
Yeah.
I think it's Python heat.
It would be.
Python heat armor piercing rounds. I have flanker armor. So basically C4 rockets, they don't do a whole lot to me. I have, you know, obviously I've got my fucking my fire suppression, so like I'm set up to be very, very quick and hit really fucking hard, and I can keep myself alive if I need to.
Alright.
So like, yeah. Sometimes we'll pull a Sunderer, like we might have Palmer usually pulls, like I usually pull my deployment shield Sunderer just to be a distraction really, because it's got a bulldog on the back of it. Palmer will pull his cloaked one, so like if mine goes kaboom, Palmer has his deployed one that's cloaked somewhere for like a backup. That's if we're stuck on the ground, you know, like, especially in Hassan, the Valkyrie being in Overwatch is not really useful because our 2 pilots are Hades or Nomad, depends on who's on. Hades is good at flying. When it comes to Hassan, he can't stay in the trees because he can't see to fly. Me, I don't have a problem flying in the trees, but the problem is the gunner needs to be able to see clearly, and it's hard to help because you can kind of hide vehicles inside Hassan trees and shit. So it's a lot easier for us to be on the ground in Hassan. So a lot of times on Hassan we'll pull like lightnings, harassers, because we need to be mobile. It's because we're slow as shit on Hassan. We're fucked. But yeah, that shocks me. We're pretty mobile. We don't, you know, we go around blowing stuff up, you know. And with us being in March now as paratroopers, we're still pretty mobile. We are March's elites, one of the 2 units, because then, you know, like I said, QRF is the other one. Tarek, like I said, Tarek does prefer Hades, ex-Hades people, whether it's Shock Troopers or Aegis Vision. Our job is to act as a distraction for us or buy time. We can go around blowing stuff up if it helps buy time at that base, but if you know, any friendlies that are there just cannot hold the point, then we'll have to diverge to the point. Basically, we gotta do whatever we can to basically buy time, or just be a pain in the ass. Even if that means if there's a 48 to 48 fight, and Alpha Squad is holding the front lines, well guess what, we're not going to the front lines, we're going to the back of the enemy lines to just disrupt their lines, whether that's blowing shit up or just shooting at them to annoy the fuck out of them and make them stop, you know, shooting at the friendly's front line.
Alright.
It does. So, you're gonna die a lot, and you might not go home. Just have to deal with it.
I mean, this is Planetside, and according to the lore, you literally cannot die. So.
I mean, with March just dies a lot. Fucking case in point, the 3-hour op we had Friday, we killed a 48 NC Zerg all by ourselves with Alpha Squad and Bravo Squad. That's a paratroopers thing.
It was like a squad and a sliver.
It's in the video that Terry's mentioning. Ty, like, so case in point, you know what? You wanna know what we used to kill the other Sunder? A fucking accordion bomb. You know what happened to everybody except for like 2 people of Bravo and 3 Bravo Squad? They all blew up to the accordion bomb. Just to make sure the NC couldn't fucking disarm, we all kind of fucking hugged the accordion bomb. It blew up. It killed everybody. All you hear, my wife was the Bravo's only medic. We had like me as a heavy and then like 3 heavies left from Alpha Squad, and Tarek was like, he goes, the fact that we had something, I'm like, Tarek, you had 2 of Bravo left and 3 Alpha Squad left. We fucking, so we are still here fighting. We just cleaned up the stragglers. You know, it's like, we know we're gonna die, but as long as we complete the objective, it doesn't matter how many of us we lose. As long as the objective is completed, it's fine. Even if no medics survive, if it's 1 heavy, that's still 1 person of March alive, and the objective is completed. That's a successful, mission.
Right.
And don't worry, PD still does his panicking thing. He has not grown out of that and probably never will.
I have a 20-minute video of nothing but screams.
Yeah, we were playing and we kept running into max suits, and he's full on screaming. It's like a 10-minute video of him screaming.
Oh no, it's 20 minutes. It's like 18 minutes and 30-something seconds. Every death, I scream.
Or it's just Max. Max! Ah!
Oh, I see 1 Max. 2 Max. Oh fuck!
I killed a couple Maxes the other day with my knife. That was fun.
Dude, we bullied a JGMT member because we had me. This was before Parachute was actually fully operational. There was me, Hades, PD, and Palmer, and then my wife was tagging us before she actually officially joined us. We were in the middle of NC enemy lines, just fucking around, holding them off. Fucking JGMT Roger came down as his max fight. We killed him pretty quickly. Then this motherfucker, a galaxy flies over. We see this giant fat thing. We're like, was that a what? It's Roger. He jumped out of a galaxy to fight us. We killed him again. Yeah, we're like, fuck, god damn it, Roger.
Was it like a scatter max too?
It was a scatter max, and it was a pretty upgraded scatter max, but he picked the worst squad to go up to attack because we were literally so experienced. Like between his vision, I'm like, dude, we are literally born, bred, and experienced to kill fucking max suits, and you were on your own without an engineer. We killed these people with 4 engineers on you. You picked the worst fight ever because 1, we're used to killing max suits with like 2 other max suits and engineers on them. You had no engineer. You were by yourself. You're dead.
Like, I'm literally just like imagining that one time where like there was like, I forget who it was that said it, but it was just like, forget everyone else. They can't kill you. That max can. Shoot that. Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like my max suit. I still do this thing where if I get really fucking pissed off, or I just get fed up with bullshit that's killing us, I'm like, okay, Landros is mad now, and I'll just come out as my giant fucking death max suit. Oh yeah, no, I've got both my onslaught, my ordnance is maxed out. Like my max suit just does not die. I have it set up to where it can survive on its own. You give me an engineer, I'm never gonna die then. I mean, I'm already pretty much uncolorable, and it's like, there was a fight I went into, there was like 3 NC max suits, they basically had an entire 2-story building filled with them, and I got really fucking fed up with their bullshit. I pulled my max suit, Hades switched to the engineer, I went in there, I killed everybody, all 3 max suits, like there was bodies everywhere. Oh, fuck, you missed something, Ty. We had a fucking march, we had a, PD, were you there? We had like our own fucking Battle of Thermopylae against NC one day.
Huh? We
had our own Battle of Thermopylae. There was a little narrow pathway that NC was fighting us in.
Oh.
And we started to fucking pour in there and just did the entire, it was like a good like 30, 40, maybe 50 yards of nothing but a narrow mountain pass. The entire floor of it was littered with NC bodies, and I'm like, we just fucking pulled off a Thermopylae. There was so many bodies, we just kept walking and we're like, holy fuck.
There's like that one
Isn't
They were
that
all
where
dead.
you guys did nothing but continuously fire and walk down like a straight, narrow path?
Yeah. That
Yeah,
was
I
the narrow
remember
path.
that. I
Yeah,
was behind you guys.
There was bodies everywhere, and they were all in team. We just had our own battle thermopylae. Holy shit.
Right.
Yeah, oh man, I remember.
I was literally following you behind you guys, just throwing out ammo packs like every 10 feet.
Honestly, that just kind of reminds me of the old days when it'd be like me, like us all before all this stuff happened.
Yeah,
Like us
firing
all in
lines.
Hades. No, yeah, like us all in Hades, like holding up a war pigs or foxtrot Zerg.
Dude.
And then we wound
It's
up
like-
canceling foxtrots.
Yeah. It's like, oh, fucking FTOT doesn't really exist anymore.
Yeah, I
They all
figured.
like Foxes disbanded it completely, but then the members went off and made like Fox, like FTOT Elite, the Fox Elites, they still exist, but FTOT went off, like the members went off and made another outfit because they didn't want to deal with Fox's toxicity anymore, so they kind of just
Yeah, we can cancel.
sucks, but it's like now, like I said, with our allies, a lot of them are close. So when it comes to the shit talking, don't mind about it. We can do it. You know, it's cool, it's great and all, but do it in the in-game chat if you need to. Because don't do it in the Discord because it comes off as very fucking mean.
Yeah, I
But
don't,
we also have a lot of really close allies. So
Yeah.
now I will say, paratroopers, because we have a very high expectations of us for Tarek, there is a like a series of tests that you must get through to actually be able to fully get into us. I'm not gonna give them really to anybody that's Hades division because you've already done 2 of them. You know, it's the marksmanship and stress test. You should have already tested Hades it. Taken it. The only other one is obviously our tactics, and that's probably only gonna go for people that are new to shock troopers, because what paratroopers does is like 90% shock trooper stuff. So all you really gotta do is prove to us that you can actually learn how to do this and effectively perform it. That's it.
Well, I learned Hades tactics easy enough. I'm sure I can learn this.
It's just, the difference is because there's only 6 of us, what makes it easier is because there's only 6 of us, you get to know each other very, very well. You know, like Havoc, because we knew Havoc for so long and we played with him a lot, we learned why he had the disappear. He got drafted and he was still in the military. He was learning how to condense, depressurize buildings, and then a little hole would blow them up.
Oh.
That's what happened. That's why he had to just suddenly poof. Now, he said he's coming back. We don't know yet. We don't care. If he does, cool. But, PD, I got a screenshot of something I need to show you.
I actually didn't think...
And what we also learned is Beast is still friends with Havoc. And last we knew they blocked each other.
Yeah, on PSN.
So the fact that Havoc is saying he's coming back and then like about a month or like a few weeks to a month go by and Beast is back, we don't see a coincidence in that. That's why we're like, alright, well, I'm not dealing with this.
Yep.
There you go, hey Beast. Or fuck it. God damn it, there you go, PD.
I'm not Beast.
How dare you?
How dare you? I'm not some German fuck.
One thing I will say that caught me off guard with Beast was like that he goes, I'll make an exception with the tags because he's like, I don't want to ruin what you've got going on with March. And I'm like, what happened to you? Did you finally learn did you finally learn your place? What happened? Oh, Ty, I don't know if anybody told you this. One thing paratroopers does, because we learn how to be more accurate, you max out your FOV, or your field of view.
I already did that.
Okay. PD can't because it makes him sick.
Yeah, I get severe motion sickness, so I'm not even touching it. And I'm pretty sure that's just an autism thing with my sensory and whatnot.
It might be. But anyway, like for the loadouts, real quick that I know of, the heavies are NS or the MSWR, obviously, the NS-15, or we're still debating, but I'm not certain on the Bull because it's more of an aggressive LMG. But for certain, the MSWR is the preferred one. But if you have the NS-15 or would like the NS-15, it's either one, doesn't matter. Like I said, flak armor. The engineer the engineer, like I said, it's preferred to have the flak armor, maybe landmines or C4. You can have the LCQ, not the LCQ, the links, and you know, if you don't have the links, it's preferred. The only one that we don't really like is the Punisher, because don't get me wrong, the Punisher's a good gun, but being the only engineer on the ground of a team of 4, it's better to use one of the other guns, because if you get caught reloading that Punisher, you're kind of in trouble.
You get punished yourself.
The reload time is like 3 seconds.
Yeah, but it's interesting, like fucking. And then the medic, obviously the medic is, the medics are tricky because we have 2 medics. One medic is going to be set up to be the more support combo role of the medic, so they'll kind of stay more back in the fight and be leaning more toward the medic side of their role. Whereas the combat side, the other one is going to be more combat focused. So like they're going to be running, you know, they're going to be running like a tar with, you know, maybe like a medic kit or stuff to be able to actually be able to more like aggressive in a fight. Whereas the support medic will have like the revive grenade and like maybe like the healing ability. Whereas the other medic might have the one that you put down and regen your shields. So we'll have 2 different medics designed for 2 different things. Whereas their guns are going to vary depending on the person, because you know my wife she'll probably be the other medic on the ground unless we, you know, because she favors her medic, but she is kind of branching off slowly. But she has the 3-burst gun, and that she killed me with it when I was on my NC because I just didn't see her, and she caught me off guard with it and shot me right in the face like 4 times. And I was like, I'm dead. What the fuck? Oh.
Oh yeah, the Yumi.
No. What's your 3-burst gun called? I think it's like the. I don't know what it's called, but
Arbalest?
No. The Arbalest is like it shoots, it spins up real quick. It hits hard, but her gun is like it's a 3-burst to a single shot. It's not a full auto.
TR, right?
Yeah, TR.
I think it's like the Track S or whatever the fuck it is. No, that's the only.
That's the carbine. I think it's like the something B. It starts with a B, or it has a B at the end of it.
The Saber? Because it says 2-round burst.
No.
I would look, but I'm also on my NSO, so there's not like anything I can do about it.
I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm gonna go back to work and my Valkyrie guns, and I'm not walking. I'm lazy. You know, like that's paratroopers, and it's like I said, we prefer dark colored camo, and I'll tell everybody, I'm more lenient on the helmet and the armor because of the fact that not everybody can get it all. And like I said, there's like 4 different versions of the helmet except for the heavy. The only thing I'm not that has it's not negotiable is the camo. It's got to be dark colored when you can, or the windblown, because that is what we're supposed to do. We are paratroopers. We are to be terrorists unseen by tan. So the darker the better. The T1B Cycler.
Oh.
Yep. And I'm trying. So there was a long time ago, PD and I were making we did like a little series on his channel called Butchering for the Butcher. We were killing everything with our LMGs trying to get the Butcher.
It never got completed.
It never got completed because, you know, then shit went really down with, you know, Hades Division and all that, so we kind of just, we got sidetracked.
I basically deleted every video that had any form of affiliation with Hades, because I just didn't want, that shit to be a problem.
I didn't wipe my channel, they're still there, but all of my videos are like the good times, so I leave mine up for memory purposes. I might archive some of them, I'm not sure yet, just give me defense. So right now I'm on the expert for my heavy assault. I just got done with a chain gun. I'm like 411 out of 450 for air deterrence. I'm 215 out of 300 for the launcher kills. Max kills I'm 37 out of 100. Not dying up anytime soon. So now heavy weapon assist, that's 70 out of 1,000. I'd be better off just getting launcher kills. Air deterrence is obviously why I got the striker, so I can get to master pretty quickly. Give me the Iraxium infuse. Now with the weapons for the LMGs to get, I'm already in the master. To get the T9A Butcher, I've got 1 objective done out of 5, which was the MSWR. I've Araxium that. I am working on the NS15 because I'm at 449 out of 1160. Then I'm probably going to do the, the Bull, because the Bull I'm at 519. I've got the T16 Rhino at 389. So I only need 4 more. So I'm going to do like the NS15 is 1, the Bull is another 1, probably the Rhino is another 1, or the Carve. Because the Carve I'm at 174. It just depends on my feeling. Not doing the Watchman because that motherfucker's a wily little bitch still.
The Watchman? Oh.
Yeah, like, even with the FOV max out, that thing still was like all over the goddamn place. I was like, fuck, didn't help me. the fucking, the NC's Promise gun, oh god, is it a mean fucking gun. Especially in my hands, it's very, very fucking broken in my hands.
That scares me.
Like, I have mine set up to where, like, my bullets shoot faster. It takes like about 25 bullets for my clip, so I have 700, I got 75. I reload faster, and my bullets are faster. Why the fuck would I not want that? And that gun's got no recoil. Like, I bought it, I killed 9 people before they finally, I was in a room by myself with all of them. I killed 9 people before they finally brought me down. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm not fucking with this gun. Yeah, I'm trying to actually get the T9 Butcher, because I hear a lot of people like it, the T9A Butcher, a lot of people like it. It's just, it's gonna be a bitch. And yeah, I could do the Bull because I'm closer to getting the Bull done than I am with the NS15 by like 100 kills, but yeah, I could take off the MSWR, or I can even just take off the mini chain gun. But like taking off the mini chain gun, I tend to use that thing as like, okay, there's a lot of enemies, I need a lot of bullets. Give me this thing. Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, if you got any more questions, you can, and if anything popping here, just feel free to ask. I know. I want to try to find a fight, but when we lost Nason's Defiance, 12 to 24 at the Grenade Dam, but I think they're fighting in the open.
How the fuck do you lose Nason's Defiance?
Depending on where you are. We are losing Genesis Terraforming Plant. NC or Pops is there. We don't even have a single point. Can I help you? You took something.
Well, I have to,
You have to what now?
I actually have to go, because I have some stuff I need to go to today. I'll be back later today, though.
Okay. You got any questions? Let me know. And also, like our biggest thing is we don't want to look like we are poaching from Beast, but with the outfit not really existing,
Yeah.
And it's like, if any other member, like we told Nomad, if anybody else from Haze Division feels like they would rather be here with us, that is all fine by us, but all we ask is they either okay it with Beast, and if they don't want to okay with Beast, just like you did, see how it goes, get with us, just go from there. Because us, like I said, PD and I personally, the way we're running Paratroop with Wade Terry, he is leaving a lot of decisions up to me, and when it comes to like bringing people from other outfits or in general, he's leaving it, like with Nomad, when Nomad disappeared and we didn't know about it, Tarek left it up to me, and I told Tarek flat, I'm like, I'm okay with it because Nomad never left that chat, and I told him flat out, and I'm like, I'm leaving it alone because Nomad even said that he'll be back, he just did it to wear their tag with old friends, and I don't care about that.
Anyway,
yeah.
Is there anything going on later today with the outfit?
Sunday? Not that I know of, because I know what our ops are. What for this week? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Unless it was Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, because we've got a lot of something like that. There's definitely one Wednesday and Friday. JGMT usually runs their ops after us on Friday, so they'll run at like 11 o'clock at night Eastern. That's on NC.
Okay.
It just depends. There's nothing going on that I know of today for the outfit. So if anything, after I'm done cleaning and all that, and I take care of the dog, more than likely, if I do play, my wife will probably play. PD and I will probably run because PD's running out of NSOs. If anything, we'll just be grinding out characters, and we'll probably go wherever PD's the character goes. So we might be on TR, we might be on Banner, we might be on NC.
All right.
It just we really don't have anything going on with the outfit, so if anything, it's just more or less for a grinding day or chill day for paratroopers. There's technically 6 of us because one of them is Tarek, that's in the chat, you know, and then another one that technically is paratrooper is Devil, but Devil is hold on, who are they? Hades. Yeah, so there's 7 of us technically. Tarek is in every single chat like he said. So right now we have you, Palmer, Nomad, PD, Mars, which is my wife, myself, and Hades. So because paratroopers consisted of such highly skilled players, yes, I'm bragging, deal with it. And Tarek flat out says that he needs us to do what we do. We spend a lot of our free downtime, like, out of ops. We spend a lot of our time just playing, you know, in our own time, just to kind of keep, not to have any rust, you know?
Right.
So, if we're not on Planetside, we're on doing, like, we're either playing Monster Hunter, occasionally Minecraft, Cold War, like, we're on, and we bounce in and out. Like, we might not be on our TR characters, but we're still playing, you know? We are still around.
Yeah.
And it just depends. Like today, like I said, right now today, there's nothing going on, and there are some times where paratroopers actually will not partake in some of the ops. It just depends. Like if we support Whiskey, sometimes paratroopers helps, but last time we just didn't because there wasn't enough of us on. And if there is enough of us on, it just depends if Tarek needs us, or if he needs us to distract, or if you know he wants us to distract while they support Whiskey. He might have us go hold off, for example. Let's say Whiskey, you know, Mag's outfit is hitting the NC. The Alpha Squad, which is the main outfit, will go help them on the NC front. And if Vanner are pushing, he might separate anybody that's paratroopers from Alpha Squad into Bravo Squad and have us go hold off just to harass the VS front, just keep them busy.
All right.
That's usually what happens when we're helping other outfits. Is we just might go distract. But near the end of Continent Cap, we tend to bounce around just trying to protect what we have.
Alright. But yeah, good talk. I actually do really have to go get ready.
Yeah, go for it. I'll catch you later.
See you.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to hop off soon as well.
Okay.
I have an hour before my niece's birthday party.
No, that's fine. I'll be on grinding eventually. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to grind. Because I want to get my fucking heavy done. Also, I'm pretty sure I did something in the army by accident, and I don't know what I did.
What?
You should,
Oh, yeah.
You should, Arax your max. That's what you should try to do.
Not even close to Araxia my max, boo. Dude, no, hell no. No, I totally did something. Oh, I know what I did. I know what I did.
A lot of bastion.
I know what I did. Sorry! I spent 10 of our fucking green points.
Oh no.